All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Jernigan, and this is the Main Event Wrestling Podcast, a part of the Press Play Podcast Network. And I'm joined by my tag team partner, the one and the only, the JV to my varsity, we've said Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. I need to come up with something different.
Yeah.
Mr. Jam Patterson, what's happening?
What's going on, Jern? It's been a pretty good week of wrestling. Man, I cannot wait to get into this, man. I know we watched a little NXT, AEW last night. We're watching Crown Jewel right now as we're on the podcast. And so I noticed, let's give a shout-out to our boy Will. Made it to Charleston.
He was there.
West Virginia, the AEW show. That's my man. I love it.
He was there. AEW was in West Virginia last night.
Bunch of hillbillies.
And my man Jericho had the line of the night when he called them hillbillies, which where we're from. We're from the South.
Yeah.
We're in North Carolina. We know that West Virginia is a bunch of hillbillies.
Right.
Well, it ain't new to us. We know that. So,
no.
Jericho, we agree with you. No offense out there, everybody.
De la Champion.
To our lovely listeners, all thousands of you in West Virginia. I mean, we love you, but you're hillbilly.
Yeah, absolutely.
While we're giving shout-outs, let me give a shout-out to Electro at Wrestle Electro on Twitter. He was our 100th follower on Twitter.
When you started that, I thought you was going to say Electric Avenue. Let me take Electric Avenue.
I thought about doing the electric slide while I was in here.
Good deal. I like it.
So,
I like it.
Electro, he is a professional wrestler. Electro, we appreciate the follow. We'd love to talk to you about some wrestling sometime. And everybody, you can find us on Twitter at Main Event Pod. Main Event Pod. Look us up. We would love to talk a little wrestling with you. But today, Patterson, is our Halloween edition.
Monster Mash
of the Main Event Wrestling Podcast. We've got Crown Jewel going on right now as we speak. We are sitting here watching it live. We got Natalya and Lacey Evans in the ring right now in the first ever women's match in Saudi Arabia. Does that make you feel good?
Let me tell you what this makes me feel.
This is history is what it is.
This is history. Here's the thing, because we've been talking likes and dislikes lately, correct?
Sure, yep.
All right, so everybody's talking about, this is a great move for the women to take place at Crown Jewel, first ever women's match. We've been in this women's evolution for the last year and a half. Let me talk to you.
Oh, it's been a couple years, my man.
Let me talk to you about the women's evolution.
Do tell.
It is the biggest bunch of horse crap the WWE has promoted in I don't know how long.
So is this on the stuff you like or don't like?
This is what I do not like.
Tell me how you
where
feel.
I'm going is Lana. The ravishing Russian from Georgia.
Yes. Listen, if you did not see Monday Night Raw, they had a King's Court, or as I believe they dubbed it, the King's Divorce Court with her, Lashley, and Rusev. Go ahead.
Now, we will admit, right now, the hottest stars are a lot of the women, right?
Oh, sure.
Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha,
Becky.
I mean, they are hot. And then you got your girls in NXT.
Oh, I'm a fan of all of them jokers. Every one of them.
They are hot. But yet, the women's evolution wants to focus one of their biggest storylines on Lana, and not her first, not her second, but her third adultery act. One with Enzo before they got fired. And then she was with Aiden English with that little scenario. And now she's with Bobby Lashley. Have we come that low with script writing?
Wait, you mean that far?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Have we gotten that low that the only thing we can think of with Lana is we want you to sleep with everybody like you're the female Val Venus? I mean, is that what the women's evolution has come to?
Here's the way I see the women's revolution. The whole women's revolution was made to make Stephanie McMahon look good.
Right.
I don't think. Listen, they want Charlotte to be a star, Sasha, Becky, Bayley, Lana, Naomi, Natalya, whoever. They want people to be stars. However, they want Stephanie McMahon to be the star of women wrestling. So as far as what's going on with Lana, these jokers don't care. They're looking about making money, my man.
Now, here's my thing. Rusev's contract is coming up, right?
Hopefully.
So, you got to look at this guy and Lana, because I would think they're a package, right? Husband and wife in real life.
Sure.
I think she's going to come out saying she's pregnant, because if you looked on Monday night, she had a little pudge going with her belly.
She?
So,
I didn't notice.
That's how close I look at Lana. I ain't going to lie to you. But here's the thing. Rusev is caught up. Now he's in this. So if he decides, I'm not going to re-sign with WWE, they're going to make him look even worse.
I don't know that's possible, but they'll try.
I mean, they are. I mean, it's kind of like today with Cesaro. Cesaro lost to somebody.
Mansoor.
Who? Monsoon.
We called it.
Gorilla.
We called it.
I mean, the guy is in a no-win situation.
Whoa, breaking news. Breaking news. Natalya won the first ever women's match in Saudi Arabia.
And I'm still mad about that because it should have been Becky and Charlotte, your two biggest stars. Although I do like Lacey, Nat, they give her a lot of credit for what she does for the women with training and all that, so I'm whatever. But I want big stars, right? Big stars, not these two.
Big diamonds.
But Rusev is he's done, man. He's done.
I hope so. Listen, we've said before on this show, we think Rusev is amazingly good. His personality is great. His work is great. They haven't done anything with him for months. Then they bring him back, and he's in this love triangle storyline.
Right.
Yeah. Let that Joker go. Let him go to Japan. Let him go to Ring of Honor. Let him go to AEW, somewhere where he could be used in a good way.
I mean, the only good thing that come out of it was their love triangle actually killed the Canellas love triangle, and it got it off TV.
Speaking of the Canellas, did you see the report a couple of weeks ago? They signed like a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
Now they want out.
Right.
Or
they're not getting
Mike
out.
Mike Canellas wants out. No, they ain't getting out.
He ain't getting out.
He shouldn't have signed that deal.
So it's just the revolution, whatever you call it, is stalled and it's pathetic.
It's pathetic. All right, let's get to some stuff that we liked. And for that to happen, we've got to go no further back than last night, Wednesday night. Listen, Wednesday night is the best week of the year.
Oh, absolutely.
I said the best week of the year. Best night of the week is what I meant to say as far as wrestling goes. Monday night is good. Friday night is good. But Wednesday night, to me, is great. You have two great shows loaded with talent.
Yep.
We're learning about new people on both shows that we may not have known before. And, man, these are two really good 2-hour wrestling shows.
Yeah.
NXT started out last night with a women's match with Io Shirai and Candice LeRae. I have said before that Candice LeRae is slowly coming up my ladder of favorite wrestlers. And I would like to rephrase. She is not slowly coming up. She's running up that freaking thing.
Quickly.
I am a big fan of Candice LeRae. Now, she got the loss last night, which I'm not happy about.
Right.
But they made up for it at the end of the show. We'll just skip ahead to the end of NXT. You had Shayna Baszler come into the ring, her and Marina Shafir and Justin Maduke, and they were trying to intimidate and break the arm of Tegan Nox after their tag team match with the Kabuki Warriors. Then you had Rhea Ripley come down. You had Bianca Belair come down. You had Io Shirai come down. You had my girl, Candice LeRae, come down, having a big brawl. Security was out there pulling them all apart. William Regal comes out, and I believe William Regal is the best authority figure in wrestling history because he's not on the show every week.
Right.
You only see him at situations like this when you need to see him.
Yeah.
He's not like Stephanie and Triple H back in the day.
They have to show up
We're
every
out there
night.
every single show. William Regal comes out, and he says, "That's enough. That's enough."
Is he Russian now?
Does that sound Russian?
I thought you was Nikita Koloff there for a minute.
Listen, all my accents sound the same, okay? Suck it. So, that's enough. We will settle this in War Games. So we got a women's War Games match coming up in November at the NXT TakeOver Special, be Survivor Series weekend. And right now, Ric Flair, my ladies and gentlemen, is walking out in Saudi Arabia looking as only he can look.
Styling and profiling.
How you feeling about the first ever women's War Games match?
Man, I'm loving it, man. And here's the thing. I think Sasha and Charlotte really started that trend years ago with their first ever Hell in a Cell, and now it's blowing up. It's getting better. Like we just talked about earlier, the women's division is on fire.
Oh, I agree.
I don't expect anything but an amazing match.
Now listen, all of them girls are really good performers, every one of them. From
how long could you last in the ring with them?
Which ones?
Any of them.
It
From
depends.
NXT.
No, it depends.
Baszler.
She'd kill me pretty quick. She'd kill me pretty quick. Rhea, kill me pretty quick.
Yeah.
Candice, I would try my best and take all I could take.
Well,
that's all. I'd stay.
We still talking about wrestling.
I'd stay as long as I could stay. All them girls are good. Shayna is good. Her two girls, Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir, they're okay. They're still learning. Candice LeRae is amazing. Io Shirai is amazing. Rhea Ripley is amazing. Bianca Belair is amazing. I would be interested to see how they're going to split these teams up. They already announced Rhea Ripley is one captain, Shayna Baszler is another captain. So I guess over the next couple of weeks they'll form their teams and then see what happens in the first ever women's War Games match.
Now we're really high on NXT.
Oh yeah,
we're really high on AEW.
Yeah.
Or is the WWE messing up with bringing NXT into Survivor Series? Have you seen that announcement?
No, I have not.
They're bringing NXT into the Survivor Series pay-per-view. I think it's a mess up.
I don't know. I mean, they're probably doing it so that more people will see those performers and want to tune in on Wednesday nights.
I can see that.
Because if you've seen their ratings, them jokers have been on a downhill trend ever since their very first week. So I don't know. We have to wait and see how they do it. Listen, if they take them out there, if they have two teams of 4 or two teams of 5, and they give them 5 minutes and they run through all 5 people in a heartbeat, it's ridiculous.
But the last 2 weeks, I'm not worried about ratings for one thing. You had a World Series game the last 2 Wednesday nights.
I understand that.
I'm good.
But now if you got Riddle in there, Keith Lee, that crazy match them jokers had last night, was amazing.
Match.
If you have some of them boys in there that are good workers and make them look good, give them time to do their stuff, then it could only be good. I
Matt
think.
Riddle, which is your guy,
my man.
I think him,
bro.
Which I texted you last night. I'm a huge fan of Cameron Grimes.
Right.
I think I like his little. He reminds me of a Leonard Skinner musician when he comes out. He's got the top hat on, the vest, the beard, the long hair.
I can see it.
But great worker, and that's where I think that's where NXT to me is better than. You said Raw was good. I call it fair. Okay. SmackDown's good. Bad. I still call it fair. But NXT doesn't give you the comedy that Raw and SmackDown depend on. They don't give you the entertainment. Like Seth Rollins had that interview. He said if my man just went out of my head.
Bray.
Kenny Omega.
Okay.
Wanted to come to the big leagues.
Yes, he's in the minor leagues.
That he's on top of that mountain. And somebody had tweeted, and I wish I could remember who it was. What do I think about that? WWE is on top of sports entertainment, but when it comes to wrestling, there is far too many good promotions to say WWE is the top of the mountain when it comes to wrestling.
I've heard Jim Ross say in recent interviews that Vince McMahon never wanted to be a wrestling promoter.
I've heard that many times.
He's an entertainment promoter, right? So that probably fits Vince McMahon more. It seems like if you want to compare Tony Khan, Cody, Kenny, the Young Bucks, then listen, they have their comedy spots. You got Orange Cassidy, who is a straight-up comedy guy, which I'm okay with comedy in a show. I don't want the whole thing to be comedy,
right?
But I'm okay with a little comedy in a show. But
the good thing about Orange Cassidy, he gets his tail kicked anytime he gets in the ring, because they look at the comedy like the Young Bucks. He did the little super kick, and the Jackson brother look at it, and then they double, super kick him and knock him flying out of the ring.
Yep.
So I think there's a little comedy, but then it's like, let me show you what it's really about, and we're gonna take you out.
What else we liked last night? What else you liked last night?
Let me tell you what I liked last night.
On either show.
On either show?
Yep.
Man, let me tell you, I really, really love the storyline with Cody Rhodes and Jericho.
Do you know there was throwbacks all in the show?
Oh, man.
All in the show last night to old school wrestling.
Yeah.
You mentioned it, from Dustin's getting his arm slammed in the car.
Like his daddy.
That's when the Horseman broke Dusty's arm with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
Did you pick up on the limo ride with Tony Schiavone and Cody Rhodes?
What did he say?
No, just the whole scene.
No, I didn't.
Starrcade 93.
Uh-huh.
Flair's career's on the line. They do that whole thing, the whole show. They show him leaving his house, riding in the limo with Mean Gene. Little Charlotte's on there.
Yeah.
A young Charlotte Flair is on there. And they show the whole thing with him talking to Mean Gene, riding to the arena and talking about how big of a match it is, how much it means to him, his career, all this stuff.
Yeah.
To me, last night was a direct throwback to Starrcade '93 with Mean Gene and Ric Flair.
And I like the contract signing. I like Jericho's little line that, we don't need to make a mockery out of the contract signing. Pretty much taking a shot at Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman.
Last night was probably the first contract signing in the history of professional wrestling that somebody didn't fight.
A fight didn't break out.
Yes, or didn't fight on
because
like there.
You want to know why? You had Le Champion.
Okay.
Chris Jericho there. A little bit of the bubbly. I like that. And then I'm going to tell you this. I loved on NXT because I don't think it's a work. I don't think you believe it's a work. But Matt Riddle despises Goldberg.
Yes.
Hates him. I think it's legitimate. I don't think it's trying to get heat. I think it's just legitimate hatred.
And so, what he do during his match?
He did the spear.
Yeah, he did.
And he did the jackhammer, which you text me about.
Yes.
And then I liked the crowd. They started chanting Riddle.
Yes.
Like they would chant Goldberg.
Riddle.
And so I love that. So that was good. And then I love the Moxley interview because it was passionate.
Yeah,
there was some heat behind it.
You could tell that Joker was not script.
No.
He was saying what he wanted to say. So his match at Full Gear with Kenny Omega is going to be an unsanctioned match.
Be a great match.
I think it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, and I loved my man. Finn Balor. I loved his interview.
So I didn't really like his interview.
I thought it was good because he, I know you could tell it was more scripted.
Yep.
But he took a shot at Bray Wyatt and he took a shot at WWE.
Yep.
With his line, just because he got a new mask, he gets put over.
Yep.
And so I like that. And so
Ricochet out here looking like a Power Ranger,
like Captain America.
What's Chad Gable gonna have on? Did you see his outfit last Friday? Look at this.
That's a generic John Cena outfit.
That is from the Looney Tunes squad on Space Jam.
Yes, that's ridiculous. I don't know why they did that to him. But those were things I liked. I liked, and this is small. Like I liked a clean win for SCU over the Lucha Brothers.
Yep.
I didn't like that the Lucha Brothers lost, but I understand they're already over. You're trying to promote them, but it didn't take outside interference.
Yep.
It didn't take, this and that. Although I thought my man broke his neck and had a concussion.
Yeah.
When he tried to do the Hurricanrana outside the ring
and
landed like neck first on the apron. Yep. Came up twitching like Gene Anderson. And then, by God, my man put him through a table. And so he just had a rough night.
So we got first ever tag team champions of AEW as SCU. I think it seemed to me this whole tournament, now that it's all played out and we're looking back in hindsight, this whole tag team tournament was set up to make Scorpio Sky look like an absolute stud. Because remember, he wasn't even supposed to be in it.
Right,
Christopher Daniels was in. The Lucha Bros attacked him. He was out. And then Scorpio Sky, to me, came out of this whole tournament looking like the big new superstar.
I think, and we're guessing, right? You're thinking, I think it was set up for the Jurassic Express to win.
Well, no, I agree.
Until Luchasaurus got hurt.
I agree with that.
I think they were supposed to win it all.
I said that episode 3.
And so I think that's what happened. But
the big dog.
But I like SCU. I think they're good. You got SCU, you got Private Party, you got the Lucha Brothers, you got the Young Bucks. You got
Santana and Ortiz.
You got some great tag team
Speaking
matches.
of Santana and Ortiz.
Yes.
Can we cuss them? Can we cuss them fools?
No, we cannot.
They laid a beat down.
Yes.
On one of my favorite tag teams ever.
They're the world's favorite tag team.
As a 5-year-old Michael, I had a Rock and Roll Express T-shirt or tank top, with the arms cut on it, the little tassels on it.
Yeah.
I wish I could still have that thing. I need to buy me like a 2X one today. But poor old Ricky Morton got put through a table last night.
He did.
They took a beat down. So I'm not happy with Santana and Ortiz at this moment.
I'm very happy. I love Sammy Guevara.
Yep.
I thought his move off the top rope where he just jumped straight down and slapped my man in the face.
Yeah.
Great move. But he lost clean, which I was fine with.
With Adam Page?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, another clean loss. And I know that's not big to a lot of people, but, man, we see so many countouts. We see so many big matches turn into either triple threat or, oh, we're going to bring you in a partner. And so my props to AEW for, keeping it wrestling and having clean losses.
All right, on Crown Jewel here, we got Team Hogan versus Team Flair getting ready to kick off. The big dog, Roman Reigns, just come to the ring. Boy, look at them fireworks. He's getting the pyro treatment.
Did you see Tyson Fury's
intro?
No.
No.
They spent more money on his entrance than the rest of the pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it was ridiculous.
Anytime I see Jimmy Hart on TV, I'm watching.
My man Flair told Jimmy Hart he'd knock him out, too. The first match of Crown Jewel was Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez.
Oh, I've already missed that one?
Yeah.
Shoot, what happened?
He made Cain Velasquez tap out.
Dang right.
He put him in an arm move. Velasquez jumped on him. It was basically an MMA fight for a little bit.
That just shows WWE is tougher than UFC is all I'm saying.
I
said it.
Here's what you think. You got Brock. You're bringing in Velasquez. There's talks of other. Is Vince secretly creating a little MMA corner?
No.
Because you remember when he tried his hand at boxing?
Well, I remember
back in the day
when he tried to buy the UFC before the what's the boy's name that ended up buying the UFC?
Oh man,
the Ortiz brothers or something like that. Anyway, before they did it, he tried to buy it, but it didn't work out. He's done bodybuilding, right? Lex Luger, remember, come in '92 with the WBF, the World Bodybuilding Federation. But no, he's not trying to compete with UFC.
I'm not saying he's trying to compete, but I mean, you get a little bit more physical. Like Braun and Cain's match, there was some pretty good pops, pretty good shots to the chest and things like that.
Well, it should have been. Them boys can take it.
Brock won in 5 minutes.
How long could you
beat him down with a chair?
You asked me about the women in NXT. How long could you last in a match, a triple threat match with Lesnar and Cain Velasquez?
All right. How big is the ring?
Normal size.
Normal size.
What is it, 15 by 15?
How long am I allowed to run?
Well, look, you got 10 seconds, so you got to get back in the ring.
All right. 10. I'm in for 1. I'm back out for 10. So as long as I keep breaking the count.
1 second. Is that what you're saying? You last 1 second?
I am in there till I get grabbed. The moment I get touched,
and
it's
then
over.
you're going to wake up 3 days later
it's over.
and not know what happened.
So it was actually a good match. The Tyson Fury Braun Strowman match was I was really shocked that Tyson Fury took some lumps, took some shots, and then of course he knocked Strowman out of the ring for a 10 count. So TKO is what they called it, and then Strowman come in and laid him out. So you see that they're setting up some stuff for WrestleMania probably with Cain Velasquez against Brock again.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to do a rematch, a comeback match for that.
And so you had that. So I'm cool with that, man. Guys are getting paid. I'm not. It's what it is.
You watch NWA this week?
I did watch some NWA.
I watched episode 3. I have not seen episode 4.
I watched episode 4. I wouldn't watch it if I was you.
I saw you said that our girl, our favorite, Camilla was not on there. Camille was not on the show this week.
Man, come on, man. That's the highlight of NWA power for me.
I wouldn't disagree.
But it was still a good show, man. I'm seriously.
Oh, here we go. We got Rusev and Bobby Lashley in the ring, and Bobby tags out
like a little punk. Let me tell you. I saw more action with Karl Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid last night that I did right there.
Yes, them fools threw down in Philly last night. So listen, today is our Halloween. Today is Halloween. This is our Halloween episode. I wanted to ask you a couple of Halloween Havoc trivia questions.
I'm going to bomb on that
because
my memory is terrible.
You don't remember?
Let's find out.
All right. Do you remember Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal?
Yes.
Who was in the very first Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal match?
No idea.
Come on, bro. I'll give you one of them.
Halloween Havoc, Sting.
Okay.
And Flair.
No.
All right.
Let me give you a hint.
Yeah.
Never trust him.
Oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin?
No. Never trust the snake.
Oh, Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
Okay.
In the coal miner's glove match.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and Jake pulled out a cobra and got bit in the face by his own cobra.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Who was in the best ever spin the wheel, make the deal match? That's easy.
Mankind.
Mick Foley Cactus Jack.
And Vader.
And Vader, yes. If you have not seen that, Halloween Havoc 1993, these fools beat the living piss out of each other. It was crazy. They went underneath the rampway. They went to the back where they had a cool set with tombstones and whatever.
Yeah.
It was Vader come up bleeding. Gosh,
Is this when Foley lost part of his ear?
No, he did that. I think he was somewhere overseas. Yeah, he was somewhere else. Yes. But that was an absolute beat down. Was in Halloween Havoc 1993. I'm trying to think of some other questions off the top of my head.
Come on, man.
Sting and Sid in
Psycho Sid.
Halloween Havoc 1990. Who dressed up as Sting to get him counted out in the championship, or get him pinned in the championship match?
No idea.
Barry Windham.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We met Barry Windham over here at Southwest Randolph.
We certainly did.
He spoke 2 words the entire 3-hour show.
We certainly did. He didn't talk much.
Terrible.
All right, y'all. I think Ali just about died.
Good.
Good. All right, you ready for your main event, mid card?
Man, bring it on.
Mid card and dark match. We have a segment we like to do here on the show called main event, mid card, or dark match, where we pick 3 wrestlers and I will give 3 wrestlers to JM, and he has to pick which one's going to be in the dark match, which one's going to be in the main event, which one will be in the mid card match. Are you ready, Mr. Patterson?
Let's do it.
Wrestler number 1. Now, last week you gave me Luger, Sting, and Macho Man.
Yeah, well, that's a good 3 right there.
That was like...
That's tough.
That's a 3-way main event.
Woo.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Well, time out. Before that, you gave me Charlotte, Camille, and
Keebler, Stacey Keebler.
So,
Yes.
I mean, fair play, brother.
Yes, fair play. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pick 3 that's in this match right now. We got Team Flair versus Team Hogan.
You gonna pick 3 in this match?
Yeah,
it's gonna be easy.
Is it?
Piece of cake.
All right, we'll see. Rusev.
Okay.
Ricochet.
Oh, yep. I'm going to tell you, Ricochet's in the dark match.
You're crazy. He's probably he may be the best one in the ring.
He's not in the dark matches if you give me Shorty G.
Listen, Chad Gable. First of all, his name's Chad Gable. You cannot put Chad Gable in a dark match. Randy Orton. So you got Rusev, Ricochet, and Randy Orton, the Viper.
I got Rusev, Ricochet, Randy Orton.
Yep.
Ricochet dark match, Rusev mid card, Randy Orton heading to AEW for the main event.
So you don't like Rusev? No. You don't like Ricochet?
No.
You're crazy. Ricochet may be the best performer in the world. Can you imagine a match with him and Phoenix?
Oh, it'd be great.
And fools would be crazy.
I mean, he's good, but he's not Rusev, man. He's not Randy Orton. Man, those guys are killers, man. They tried.
Randy Orton is the boringest wrestling character I've ever seen.
I think Ricochet, if they didn't try to make him to a cartoon, like a superhero, they are with Ali.
Look at the way he's dressed.
Like Ali.
Looks like Captain America.
Yeah, I would probably, but I mean, and I know they got to do stuff for kids. I get it.
Yeah.
But that's just a little too much.
All right, listen, that was too easy. Redo.
All right, let's go.
Still 3 people in this match.
Uh-oh.
Ric Flair.
Oh.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh.
Jimmy Hart.
Hulk Hogan in the dark match.
Oh, my gosh.
Jimmy Hart in the mid-card.
Hulk Hogan.
Woo! The Nature Boy. Styling and profiling in the main event.
Hulk Hogan is in the top 3 most famous wrestlers of all time.
No, he is. I will give him that. But you didn't ask.
You ain't making no money with him in the dark match.
I am too.
You're
People are going to get that early.
They ain't going to know he's there, though, because he's in the dark match.
They announce who's in the dark matches.
No, they don't. Stop it. That's ridiculous. All right. Go ahead.
Hogan done a lot, but
Hogan built it.
Hogan owes everything to Sylvester Stallone.
That's not true.
Because if it wasn't for the role of Thunder Lips.
That helps, but that's not true.
I mean, that's what made him. Flair did it all by his by God's self.
All right, everybody. This is the Main Event Wrestling Podcast. part of the Press Play Podcast Network. Look us up on Twitter, Main Event Pod, and we will have updates for this Crown Jewel fiasco that's going on right now. Right now, your boy Ricochet's killing everybody. Look, watch this move.
Captain
Boom.
America's flying.
Talk to me. He looks like Natalya and Lacey Evans got on that full bodysuit.
He looks like Sasha Banks from when they were in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
Same outfit
Yes,
she wore.
yes. Her and what's her name?
So
Alexa Bliss.
crazy.
All right, we'll be back next Thursday for episode. I believe that will be episode 9 of the Main Event Wrestling Podcast. We'll have another main event mid-card dark match to pick from. Your boy's getting ready to die.
My man picked him up one hand by his throat. Was he?
Boom.
He's done.
Ricochet may be out. Drew McIntyre just killed him.
He is done.
All right, everybody, look us up on Twitter. We'd love to talk wrestling with you. This is Michael Jernigan and Jam Patterson for the Main Event Wrestling Podcast.
Hey!